Hi, I'm Christy. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm here with a New Year book haul. So this is the first book haul that I'm doing for 2025, and it has been a couple months since I did a book haul. I think my last one was in November of 2024. So it is now towards, I guess, mid to end of January when I'm filming this. So it's been a good 2 months since I filmed the haul. So I have a lot of books to haul today. I think I have 65 books. That includes special editions, some book boxes I had purchased. Let's see what else. Some like new favorites that I loved and grabbed for myself. A bunch of Christmas gifts as well. Books I was sent by publishers, authors, all the things. I'm gonna keep it kind of quick because just like I said, I have 65 to haul, but let's get into it. All right, so first up I have a stack of some mass market historicals, so let's haul these quickly. All right, so starting off, these were Christmas gifts from my friend Desiree from Desiree Alicia here on YouTube and on Instagram, and she was so sweet, sent me this really cute Christmas care package, and along with the package was these 2 books by Maya Banks. First up is In Bed with a Highlander. I love the silver foiling on here, and then the second one is Never Love a Highlander with the gold foiling on here. So these are so gorgeous. Thank you so much to Desiree for sending them to me. I have read Maya Banks' historical romances. Those were actually my intro to historical romances. I love them to pieces, and I'm so glad to finally have copies of these on my shelves. So thank you so much to her. All right, and then I have The Princess Bride by Cheris Michael. I love this one. This was a new historical romance release for 2024. It came out in the spring, summer, and my friend Monica from Pardon This Book Addict, she sent me this one for Christmas. She sent a couple other goodies as well, which are some novellas that you'll see in a bit, but this one I was so excited to get. I loved this one. It was one of my favorite historical romances that I read last year. In here we have kind of an arranged marriage, arranged engagement situation where the hero and the heroine were betrothed when they were young children, and the hero and his family actually ended up going away, going into hiding. He's a French prince, and he has been living kind of obscurely out in the woods, out in the forest, and he's working as a horse trainer now for some like wealthy clients. And so she has kind of been thrown into this other arranged engagement, and she's like, absolutely not. Let me go find the guy I'm actually supposed to marry instead. And so she takes off to go find the hero. It's their romance. It is actually so much fun and so sweet. So loved this one. So thank you, Monica. Then I was sent another Maya Banks from Jill. She didn't put a handle or anything, but she said, thank you so much for all of your great content. And this is one of my favorite books by Maya Banks. So thank you so much, Jill. I have read this one and love it as well. Love the purple. Like I said earlier, I love Maya Banks historicals. So I'm so glad to finally have actual physical copies of them on my shelves, because like I said, I read these in the beginning of my historical romance journey and for some reason never picked up the actual mass markets. So thank you so much, Jill. All right, and then both of these were 2 December releases that came out, and the publishers sent me finished copies. So we have No Ordinary Duchess by Elizabeth Hoyt. This is the 3rd book in her Grey Court series. I actually didn't end up loving this one, sadly, which Elizabeth Hoyt, I love all of hers. I've read all of her historical romances. This one was just kind of a miss for me. So anyways, I did get a finished copy from the publisher, so I'll probably unhaul this at some point, or I might keep it because like I said, I have all of her books on my shelves. I read them all. We'll see. All right, and then we have A Tempest of Desire by Lorraine Heath. This one, again, is one of my favorite historical romance authors. Lorraine Heath is my historical romance queen. There are very few, I think like 2 or 4 in that range of her historical romances I have not read. And so this was her new release in December. I think it came out Christmas Eve or the day after Christmas, something like that, around Christmas. It was like a little Christmas treat. This one, it was okay for me. I didn't super love it, but like I said, I read so many of hers, so I have like really high hopes. So this one was good. It just wasn't like a new favorite of hers, if that makes sense. So yeah, this is a new one from her. It is a 2nd gen kind of spin-off of a bunch of her like beloved characters that we've been following. So I did love that and can't wait to see more in this series. But yeah, this is A Tempest of Desire. All right, and then I'm a reader who has always loved reading classics. I also love collecting classics, so I have some in my haul here that were like Christmas gifts. All right, first up is a copy of Emma by Jane Austen. I love the greens and blues on here. It'll show here, yes, the blue is just like a metallic and it's so pretty. Emma is just one of my favorite Jane Austens, and my sweet friend Samantha from Books with Samantha sent me this copy. We actually went on a road trip with a bunch of other bookish friends over the summer, and we stayed at Nora Roberts' Inn, her bed and breakfast, which I have a whole vlog of that. So we hung out there, did some shopping, used bookstores. We would kind of just check out the small little town, and then we watched a bunch of movies. And so one of them was Emma, the newer version of it, which I think came out in 2020. Possibly. It is one of my favorite movies to watch. I love it so much. It's so good. Anyways, and so a bunch of them hadn't seen it before, so we were like, yes, let's watch it. So long story short, Samantha loved the movie just like I do, and so she sent me this gorgeous copy of the book to kind of commemorate the time that we watched the movie together, which I love. So thank you so much, Samantha. All right, and then my family got me this really gorgeous edition of The Wizard of Oz for Christmas. I'm obsessed with gold, and this green and gold, it's a cloth bound. It is so stunning. I think it's like a puffin 2011 classic, I want to say. It's just so cute. It has like little illustrations throughout as well. It's so pretty. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with the green and gold. I'm obsessed with Wicked the musical. I've always loved Wizard of Oz things, so I am so excited to have this gorgeous edition on my shelves now. All right, and then I got these gorgeous watercolor kind of Jane Austen hardcovers. So first up is, again, Emma. Like I said, I love Emma so much. So this is a gorgeous, let's see if it'll focus. It's like a watercolor edition, and it is a hardcover, and it's just so stinking pretty. The back is kind of plain, but like I'm obsessed with the watercolor of the covers. These were just on Amazon that I found. I'll link them below, but I am obsessed. I love them so much. So that one was a Christmas gift from my family. And then this one, Pride and Prejudice, I got from Janelle from Lila June Co. I love her. I love repping her shop so much. And she's such a sweet friend. And so she sent me this copy as well for Christmas. So this is the Pride and Prejudice version. I mean, stunning. The watercolor, like, can we even? This one has a more like detailed watercolor type of paint look on the back. Love it so much. Honestly, both of these, like, stunning. All right, so next we're gonna get into some special editions. So these are in no particular order. They're just kind of stacked how I stacked them when they came in. First up is the Nightmare Before Christmas by Sarah Rosh. This was a special edition that Owl Crate did. Little showcase here. It is so pretty. I love it so much. The gold and really pretty. The back as well, and it has like really pretty just the blue indigo sprayed edges. The interior is really cute as well. It's signed by the author and has a cute little note from her. I think is the back the same. Yeah, the back's the same art, but the underside is decorated as well. So let's see. I didn't even say what this book is about, but this is a Nightmare Before Christmas / Red, White, and Royal Blue kind of mashup of stories. It's an MM romance, holiday romance. I loved it so, so much. And it was just everything I wanted. It was so good. Basically in here, the two heroes are kind of princes of their each kind of realm. So there's a Christmas realm, Easter realm, Halloween realm, all the things. Like if you've watched Nightmare Before Christmas, very similar to that. And so in here, there's like a lot of like royal kind of court politics, but set in a contemporary setting. And it's just so much fun with all the holidays. And I loved it. And so this is the kind of backside has the Halloween, where, what does it say? You are my home. I love that. And then the front is the Christmassy themed, and it says joy creates magic. I love it. And this is beneath the dust jacket as well. It's so pretty. So yeah, this was my first time reading this author. I really enjoyed this one. And this was also my first time purchasing a book from Owl Crate, and it came so fast, and I'm highly impressed with the quality. Actually, in the last 2 years, and especially at the end of this last year, I got rid of all of my book box subscriptions. The only ones I have are ones that I am a rep for the company, and I just get sent their book boxes. And so those ones I obviously still have, but all the rest I got rid of because I just wasn't as interested in these special editions that were being featured. The authors we were getting is kind of always the same authors in multiple different book boxes, and I really didn't like the fact that a lot of them you don't see the covers of what you're getting, you don't know what book it is, and you're kind of just, you have to stay in to get future ones, and you just kind of have to like accept the ones you're getting. A lot of these don't have skips and things like that. I mean, some companies do, but for the most part they don't, and so I was just kind of over them in general. It was just like piling up books that I didn't love, wasn't excited about the authors anymore. So I got rid of all of my book boxes. I need to get rid of a ton of special editions that I just don't love that I was sent in some of these book boxes. So that's another project for another day. But things like these, when it is just a one-off, I didn't have to sign up for a subscription. I could just get the book that I wanted on its own, no swag, no like special things to it. Like I said, didn't have to sign up for a subscription. It was just a one-off purchase, and I got to see exactly what it looked like before I bought it. Those type of special editions I am down for, and you'll see a couple more in this haul of that's the ones I kind of purchased now, ones that I can see them ahead of time, or at least know the book it's going to be, so I know if it's going to be a favorite. Like I need to be picky because I have a lot of books. So that's just my little rant update about book boxes and special editions, if you were wondering. So anyways, this one I loved, highly impressed with Owl Crate. I really loved this one. All right, next up is Tempting the Player by Rebecca Jinchak. So I sent this really cute card and the special edition from Rebecca for Christmas time, which was so stinking sweet. It was all wrapped up in Christmas gift wrap, and it was just the cutest thing ever. And this was actually a special edition that she did with Hello Lovely last year, maybe the year before, and they had done all the books in her Campus Wallflower series. This is book 4, the last one in the series. I have book 1 of the series in this Hello Lovely edition that they did years ago, and so I'm so excited to add this to my shelf. She was sending out like special editions for Christmas time, which I love that so much, so thank you so much to Rebecca Jinchak. I love her books to pieces, read all 4 of her new releases in 2024, gave them all 5 stars. She's amazing. Definitely check out her books. Sports romances, college. They're so good. Love them to pieces. So yeah, this one, so pretty. Love the purple. Next we have Broken Harbor by Catherine Cowles. I love this one to pieces. This is the third book in her Sparrow Falls series, and I'm just obsessed with the metallic. These are the hardcover special editions, the little bees on the sprayed edges. So stinking good. This one came out in November, and so it has all of this really pretty swag and the kind of edges in here. She always does amazing, amazing, amazing PR boxes. So I'm so excited to have this one and add it right behind me to all of my, I have like 2 Catherine Cowles shelves now right behind me because she has so many books and I love them all. So yeah, this is one of her special editions that she did, and it's a hardcover. I'm so excited to have it, and I can now put it up here with my other Sparrow Falls series. So definitely check these out if you haven't yet. Next is the Christmas List by Maren Moore. She sent out these really cute kind of limited edition PR covers for Christmas time. So stinking cute. Came with a lot of really cute little like Christmassy goodies, and it's just so cute. It was signed, has a little art print. So stinking cute. I love her kind of like holiday novellas. So thank you so much to Maren and her team for sending me this gorgeous little special edition copy. All right, next up, this is the Parallel series by Elizabeth O'Rourke. So this is a bind up of the first 2 books in the series. So Parallel and Intersect, which has it on the cover here. And it is just so pretty. This was a special edition bind up that Novel Grounds did. They do special editions like a monthly kind of book club setup where they reveal everything about it ahead of time. So they reveal the author, the title, the book, like you can see the whole look and to know if you want to grab it or not. So I love that about them. So I've gotten quite a few recently. So it has this really cute little like overlay because they are the company who started these overlays with like the author's little signatures. And so this is, like I said, the first 2 books in the Parallel series by Elizabeth O'Rourke. I read this series years ago, and the first 2 books are my favorite in the series. Book 3 was okay, and book 4, not it for me. So I love having these 2 on my shelves, which I didn't even say what these are about, but these start off as contemporary romances and they have this time travel, very much like Soulmates vibes. Loved it to pieces, so good. Next up is this gorgeous edition of If You Give a Grump a Holiday Wish List by Anne Einerson. I love Anne Einerson's books so much, and this one is just so pretty. She did a special edition of this one for the holidays, and of course I had to grab it because I'm a sucker for anything gold and Christmassy and cute. So I love it so much. I did read this one when it came out. Oh, when it I didn't even open it, but it has really cute swag in here as well. So cute. I read this one when it came out 2 years ago now for Christmas. Loved it. I just love her book so much. Small town, super cute. You get exactly what you expect from her books, which I love. So fun. Then another Christmassy one with this little bookmark tassel as well. So this is How the Grump Saved Christmas. Had to look at that one for a bit. This is by Claire Kingsley. This one I read a couple years ago when it came out, and it is so good. One of my favorite Christmassy little romances. So she did this really cute kind of like ugly sweater edition for Christmas this year. It has a little blue snowflake sprayed edges. Came with a lot of like cute little swag, and then it has a kind of like underside as well, which has the metallic red on the green there as well. This one is Small Town Grumpy Sunshine. I really enjoyed this one a couple years ago when I read it. Perfect for Christmas time. All right, next up is Cash by Jessica Peterson. This is the first book in her Lucky River Ranch. Maybe it's that one. Lucky River Ranch series. So this one was a special edition the author did on her website. The first time it sold out, she did it like crazy early in the morning, which was even earlier of a morning for me here in Alaska. So didn't get that one, but then she restocked her site, and so I was able to grab it then. So this is just such a pretty edition. Like I said, I'm a sucker for anything with shiny gold on it, and I really love this edition because I didn't have an actual copy of this book yet, so I treated myself to it. This one is a small town, and it's very much like opposites tract, where she's a city girl, he is a country boy, and it is their pairing. I have compared this one a ton to Simple Wild by K.A. Tucker. Very much those vibes, and I really love this one. It has some emotional elements to it as well. I enjoyed it. It was one of the like surprises for me last year that I read it. So yeah, Cash by Jessica Peterson. And then we have this gorgeous special edition of Catherine Cowles' All the Missing Pieces. I love this one so much. Read this one in the end of December. It just came out in the beginning of January. Loved it so much. This is the first like brand new story book that she has written or published with her publisher now. And so a bunch of her other books are being republished with the publisher, but this is the first one that was like a new story that I hadn't read yet. So I love this one. This one is so stinking pretty. The kind of ombre sprayed edges, and then the back as well is shiny. So pretty. It is the same cover, and I think the like traditionally one published that you can get at like bookstores just has like solid pink sprayed edges, and I don't think it has the foiling on here. Could be wrong, but I think it's a little different. But I do have that one on the way to me as well. This one I loved. Small town, romantic suspense. The heroine is a true crime podcaster, and the hero is a grumpy sheriff in town who is not a fan of her being in town and kind of like pulling up old kind of memories that are not so great for the town. So anyways, it is their romance. So good. If you love romantic suspense, this is definitely the one to check out. So good. Loved it to pieces. Thank you as always to Catherine and her team for sending me all of her book goodies. I love them so much and just am so excited again add this to my Catherine double shelf up here. All right, next up is Duke of Wrath by Mariah Stone. So this author sent me this special edition. It's a historical romance. Love that we are having some special edition historical romances. So this one, again, the gold. We have really pretty kind of burgundy sprayed edges, and then the back as well. And we have all this gold foiling. Has a little ribbon bookmark. All the like special details. Love it so much. I love that historical romance gets this treatment as well. The author, I think, is doing the special editions for the series herself. So thank you so much to her for sending me this. I am obsessed. Love it so much. I think this entire series is going to be on like the 7 deadly sins. So it's kind of a play on that. So this is like Wrath without the W. So she has all of these in the series coming. I know she has like Duke of Lust, but it's spelled like L-U-H-S-T. So super fun. Love that idea so much. So thank you so much to the author for sending me this gorgeous edition. All right, next up we have 2 from Amber V. Nicole. These were by the Moonlight book box. So let's showcase these. All right, so first up is the Book of Azrael. This is the first book in her Gods and Monsters series. This was one of my favorite books of 2024. So of course I had to grab it in these sprayed edges. Obsessed. Love it so much. This one was, like I said, by Moonlight book box. So they have interior art, they have kind of character print, all the things. I think there's a different print, yeah, in the back as well. Like I said, this was from Moonlight book box. So they did a kind of, you had to sign up for them, pre-order them back in maybe the spring or summer. And then they just got to me in December. So yeah, I'm so glad to have these because I loved this series so much. And this is the second book, The Throne of Broken Gods. I don't think you can grab these anymore because like I said, they were a pre-order, but I'm obsessed. Love all the details. So gorgeous. Again, the sprayed edges, and in here, this one I think has a different art. Yeah, so this has this one, and then the back end pages have a different art on there. Love that series so much. Those are like fantasy romance where very villainous characters, morally gray characters, enemies to lovers. Love it to pieces. One of my favorites from 2024. All right, next up are 2 special editions from Eternal Embers. So they did a box recently, a collab with some creator that I don't even remember. Oh, I think it was Pauline, the books I've loved. So there was 3 books in it, and then I ended up splitting it with a friend. She wanted the 3rd book, and so I kept these 2 books, and so that's a good way to do it when you want to like split up a special edition book box. So first up is Reckless by Elsie Silver. Love this edition. Honestly, got the book box just for this. And then we have the gold again. In the back, this is just so stinking pretty. One of my favorites in the Chestnut Springs series. And then the second one, I haven't even opened it yet because I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it, but this one is In a Jam by Kate Canterbury. This one I liked. It was good. I don't love it like other people do, so I might end up getting rid of this one because I think somebody else will love it more than I do, and I already have a special edition of this book on my shelves. So actually I think I have 2 of them. I don't know. Anyways, do I need a 3rd of a book that I thought was okay and gave 4 stars? Probably not. All right, and then next up is a book box that Fit Teacher Rachel and Logan's Library did. They are both on like Instagram and TikTok. So this was a sports romance, I think Single Dad book box that they did. And so I ended up getting it because I have read all the books in here and I do love some of these books. Again, I think in the new year, I'm going to probably not get all the book boxes that I want because they also offer them separately. So I probably should have done that, but you know, past Christy making choices for present day Christy. It's a thing. Okay, so first up was Caught Up by Liz Tom 40. This one I have read and I did enjoy it. So this one I probably would have gotten anyways. And the blue on here, I think it's just so pretty. Single Dad Hero, baseball. She is a baker. I think she's also the coach's daughter. And so anyway, she ends up becoming his nanny. So Single Dad Nanny. Coach by Devaney Perry. This is the first book in her Treasure State Wildcats series. I did love this one. And this one as well, we have a single dad hero and the heroine in here. It is a second chance romance where they were, well, second chance-ish. They were friends in the past who maybe almost had a moment, but then the hero's life took a change and some things happened with him. It's a football romance. He is now the coach at the college that they were friends at before, and she moves back to town and ends up working at the college as well. And so does their romance. I loved this one when it came out a couple years ago. So I will add this one to my special edition Devaney Perry shelf. All right, then the third one in the box was Meet Your Match by Candy Steiner. This one I read and actually loved. It's my favorite in this newer series she's writing, this hockey series. And this one I thought was cute with all the like little Polaroid moments, but then just a pop of orange because that's what the original cover is like as well. Again, the Polaroid moments. Really loved to have this one. I have so many Candy Steiner special editions. I loved her books for years and years. So I'm excited to add this one to my shelf as well. Then we have the Shake Off by Lulu Moore. So this is a baseball romance. I think it's the second book in a series. I love the first book. This one was just okay for me. So do I really need this one? Probably not, but I have it because I got the whole book box. But anyways, this is the Shake Off. All right, now on to all of the non-special editions that I have. So first up, the historical romance author Stevie Sparks reached out to me and wanted to send me some covers of her historical romances. And so she sent me these. This is Surrender to the Duke. I've actually read this one. It's like Victorian era. I would say definitely high, like heavy content warnings for this one. Definitely check it out because I put them all in my Goodreads review. I read this one a couple years ago and I think the cover is really pretty. Then the second one in the series is Despising the Duke. And then these last two I haven't read. So the third one is Freed by the Marquess. So like I said, I've read the first one, but not the other two. So the author was so sweet in sending me these. So thank you so much to her for sending these my way. Then the next one is If You Give a Single Dad a Nanny by Einerson. I was sent this one from Victoria, from Victoria's Romance Reads. So thank you so much to Victoria for sending this book my way. Like I said, I've read all of Einerson's books and I love them to pieces. And this one, it's exactly what you expect. Single dad nanny. She ends up moving in next door to them and becoming the nanny for the hero. She does art as well. And I really enjoyed this one. So yeah, so cute. So thank you so much to Victoria for sending me this one. Next, my sweet friend Tiara from Tiara Reads Books on Instagram. She sent me this gorgeous copy of All My Love by Morgan Elizabeth. I'm really excited to read this one. I haven't read this one yet from Morgan Elizabeth. I need to kind of just do a binge of a bunch of her books that I need to catch up on. So thank you so much, Tiara, for sending me this one. I cannot wait to see you again this year, hopefully. So yeah, All My Love by Morgan Elizabeth. Then I had pre-ordered this one for myself. So this is Bourbon and Secrets by Victoria Wilder. This is the second book in the Bourbon Boys series, which is one of my favorite series that I read last year. And this is book 2 that came out. Absolutely stinking stunning. I'm obsessed with the artist who has done her new covers. These are romantic suspense and a small town and set around this kind of like bourbon distillery that this family owns. So good. This is a follow-up to Bourbon and Lies, and this one just came out in December. All right, next is Pretty Rings and Broken Things by Kat Singleton. So this one I grabbed myself. I actually didn't have a copy of this book and this cover, and this is my favorite in her Black Tie Billionaires series. And so Kat Singleton was recently picked up by a publisher, which is so stinking exciting. And these editions are going away, so I wanted to grab it while I still could because, like I said, it's my favorite in the series. I love this one so much. So yeah, I wanted to grab this copy before it went away. Then I was sent Take It or Leave It by Lainey Hatcher by my sweet friend Christina from Christina's Reading on Instagram. Thank you so much to Christina. I've been wanting to read this author and I think this is Small Town. I believe this is the first book in a series and I cannot wait to check it out in this new year. So thank you, Christina. All right, and then some pre-orders that I had done for myself during the Barnes & Noble pre-order sale. This is Under Lock and Key by Lana Ferguson. This is a monster, Loch Ness monster kind of shifter romance. And I just love this author's writing so much. And this was her new release that came out in December. My Darling December by Lauren Asher. I was sent this a really cute holiday novella from my sweet friend B from Mama Needs to Read Romance. So thank you so much to B for sending me this one for Christmas time. I did enjoy this new release that just came out this past year. So thank you, B. And then All the Missing Pieces by Catherine Cowles. This is an ARC edition. So I sent this by the publisher with kind of all the info about the book. So thank you so much to Source Books for sending me this ARC copy. I am so stinking excited. I love Catherine Cowles' books so much. So I just love getting book mail and especially like an ARC copy. It's just so stinking good because like I said, this is her very first brand new story published by her publisher, which is just so stinking exciting. I love this whole journey for her. So I'm so excited to have this gorgeous ARC copy in my hands. Speaking of Catherine Cowles, I treated myself to the hardcover of Echoes of You by her. Like I said, this is a hardcover and I didn't have this one yet. So I wanted to grab it before it went away. So the underside is the people cover and the back and all of that. This is book 2 in the Lost and Found series, which was her series prior to the current series. And so this is my favorite book by her and my favorite in the series. And so I wanted to have this hardcover edition before they went away because like I said, she's been picked up by a publisher and I know a bunch of her books are getting repubbed with a publisher. And so I wanted to grab this hardcover while I still could in case it went away. So love this one so much. Then I have Undercurrents by Nora Roberts. I read this one in November, I want to say. Read it for a book club that Jess from Peace Love Books does. Reads a Nora Roberts book a month. And so this was the November pick and I love this one. This is actually one of my favorites by Nora now, probably in my top from her. And so this is romantic suspense, very heavy content warning in here. Starts off really rough, domestic violence, domestic abuse, child abuse, all those things kind of in this book. I really enjoyed this one though. It's just so stinking good. So I found this very floppy physical copy of it at the used bookstore. So I just grabbed it because I had credits. And so I'm like, yes, please, want to have that one in my life. So I grabbed it. Next is Steal My Heart by Laura Pavlov. This is the first book in her new Small Town series, which is the Rosewood River series. And this one is just so pretty. I love her couple covers so much. This one just came out at the beginning of January. I read it. I was in a PR box for it. Love Laura's small town books so stinking much. This one is a lawyer pairing where he has to mentor her and he is grumpy. It just came out in January. Then I have Bouquets and Buckles by Elliot Rose. I cannot wait to read this one. This is a holiday novella, part of the author's Crimson Ridge series, I want to say. And my sweet friend Lacey from Lacey Book Lovers sent me this one up for Christmas. This is a holiday novella, age gap, I think. It is X's dad, I want to say. I want to read kind of all the books from this author, so I'm so excited to have this physical copy, so thank you so much, Lacey. Then my sweet book bestie, Jen, from Jen's Books Magpie, the Book Magpie, something like that. I always get her handle wrong, even though we talk every single day, but I'm the worst, and she's not very active on Instagram, but we chat all the time. Anyways, I have been friends with her for years because of Instagram and because of books, so I love her to pieces, and she sent me 2 books for Christmas. So this is Barbarians Rescue by Ruby Dixon. We are Ruby Dixon stans. This is part of the Ice Planet Barbarians series, and this is one I didn't have part of like all of her original covers before they get kind of transported over to the new like publisher versions. So thank you so much, Jen. And then she also sent me Princess by Claire Kent, which I am obsessed with this dystopian romance series so much. I've been obsessed with it for years, and Jen ended up reading it as well and loves them. And so she sent me both of our like one of our favorite books in the series. So thank you so much, Jen. All right, and then my friend Sarah from Words with Sarah sent me this gorgeous edition from A.L. Jackson. So this is From Here to Eternity. Honestly, this cover alone has me wanting to read this book, so I need to read it soon. It's just giving all the things. I think it's like a darker motorcycle romance. I am here for it. Love the pop of pink on here, so thank you so much, Sarah. Sent this gorgeous pink book, which is matching all of my pink theme today. This is The Prince of Prohibition by Marilyn Marks, and my sweet friend Zay from Witty Reads sent me this one, and I'm very excited. This has been on my TBR for a while now because a lot of friends said this was giving them ACOTAR meets like Great Gatsby type vibes setting, I think. So I think it's like in the 1920s, yeah. 1920s glamour, but like fantasy, soulmates, fated mates, like ACOTAR vibes. I want to check it out and see what it's all about because I know quite a few friends who have loved this recently. So I cannot wait. I'll probably read it in February. Thank you so much, Zay. All right, and then I got these 2 from the Barnes & Noble pre-order. So this is The Frontrunner and A False Start by Elsie Silver. This is part of her Gold Rush Ranch series, so book 3 and 4. And I've been collecting these new series because I think they're actually really pretty. And I also love that all the spines are going to match up and make this like little silhouette of the mountainside with a little horsey too. So I have the first 2, and these ones will go up there as well. So those were a little treat to myself. All right, and then a couple of novellas that my sweet friend Monica from Pardon This Book Addict sent me for Christmas. So this is The Holiday Clause by Anne Einerson. This was her new holiday romance release this year. Love this one so much. And then this is The Duke Who Despised Christmas by Scarlett Scott. Another favorite that came out this Christmas as well. I loved it. This is a historical romance, Beauty and the Beast vibes. The hero is very scarred though and has a lot of grief in his past. So just know that going in, there's a lot of grief throughout the entire story. And so I love this one. It is a class difference where she is his housekeeper and he is a duke. Very grumpy, and I really enjoyed this one. So thank you so much, Monica, for hooking me up with all of these Christmas novellas. Then I was sent Into the Woods by Jenny Holiday by the publisher. So thank you so much to Forever for always picking me up with all of the good books. This one is giving like camping vibes, and I am here for it. It's not summertime here in Alaska, but we camp all the time. Not in a tent, we camp in an RV, but I'm very excited. It's giving all the like summery vibes. So thank you so much. All right, and then some other pre-orders I'd done for myself. So this is Adrift in Currents Clean and Clear by Shauna McGuire. This is book 10, I want to say, of the Wayward Children series. Just came out in January. I love the series. 2 pieces, one of my favorite series of all time, portal fantasies, and is just so good about belonging and finding your place and just kind of all of those things. I love this series so much, and this was a book 10 in it that just came out, so I can't wait to add this to my shelves. Just like these really quick little, kind of like novella links. Another short little cute novella, which I kind of just love having these smaller books on my shelves. They just bring me such joy. So this is Bloom by Delia S. Dawson. So this cover, like, can we even? It's so pretty. Like, you just see flowers at first and then you're like, oh wait, what's going on here? So I think this is absolutely stunning. This one's been on my wish list to get for quite some time because I've heard amazing things and I wanted to get to it. And then I saw it was on sale. Like, Amazon will tell you if things are on sale on your wish list. And so this was 50% off. So it was super cheap for a cute little hardcover. Cannot wait to check this one out. Next is North is the Night by Emily Rath. I read this one in December and loved it to pieces, so then I went and bought a physical copy of it. So this is a Finnish-inspired folklore fantasy, kind of like historical fiction and fantasy mixed together with some romantic elements, but not a super ton. It's mostly just fantasy. I love this one. It's so atmospheric, and I was just obsessed when I read it in December. Here is the gorgeous cover. We have sprayed edges, beautiful back. So it has this interior art scene as well. The actual like naked hardcover is designed as well, and then has alternate kind of dust jacket thing too. And then the scene on the back is different too. like I said, I really love this one, and so I wanted to get a physical copy with all of these like gorgeous first edition kind of like design details. Next is Stealing for Keeps by Rebecca Jinchak. I was sent this by the publisher, so it came with this really cute like sticker set, all the things. I love the like pink interior pages. So thank you so much to Bloom for spoiling me and sending it my way. I read this one and loved it so much. This is the author's first like YA kind of like high school set romance, and I loved it. 2 pieces, so good. The hero's a soccer player, and the heroine was like an aspiring, always trained to be a figure skater, and an injury kind of like took her out. And so now she's kind of figuring out what she wants to do with life. And she's also his new soccer captain's ex-girlfriend, so it's like a little bit of forbidden. We have all that coming of age time because they're in high school figuring out what they want to do with their lives. I love this one and ate it up. It came out on New Year's Eve. Loved it. So thank you so much to Bloom for sending it my way. I love Rebecca Jinchak's writing in general. Then we have Protect by Paisley Hope. So this is book 2 in the Skyridge Hotshot series. I recently read all 3 books in the series. I have a series review, a mini series review up for them. This was my favorite in the series, so I am glad I waited to order the covers until I knew which one I liked, because this one I loved. And this is the same artist who did the Bourbon and Lies, Bourbon and Secrets, Wolf by Paisley Hope, kind of all of those very vintagey inspired looks. So I love this artist that has been doing a lot of romance covers recently. And like I said, this was my favorite in the series, a firefighter romance, second chance, single mom. I loved it so much. All right, we are almost to the end. So then also my friend Lacey from Lacey Book Lovers sent me this hardcover of Glow of the Everflame by Penn Cole. So this whole series got picked up by a publisher and has been getting like new releases. And so this is my favorite in the series. And I'm so excited to have this gorgeous hardcover. And it has the gorgeous like color end pages. So excited. Love this fantasy romance series last year. This is my favorite in the series. So thank you so much to Lacey for hooking me up with this hardcover for Christmas as well. All right, then I have some historical fiction. Most of these are by the same author. So let's get into it. First up is The Roaring Days of Zora Lily by Noelle Salazar. So I read this author's newest release last year and enjoyed it, and I'm excited to check out more from her. And this one is 1920s, I want to say. Yes, set in 1920s, but also dual timeline and set in like present day. I'm very excited to check this one out. So I cannot wait. The very like flapper energy, I am here for it. And then these last 3 are all by Beatrice Williams, which I want to check out more from her. So first up, this one is a co-written one. This is kind of the one I'm most interested in, possibly. So this is The Ways We Said Goodbye, and it is by Beatrice Williams, Lauren Willig, and Karen White. And it sounds really good. I think it takes place in 3 different timelines. So we have World War I, World War II, and then the 1960s. So I'm excited to check this one out. And yeah, it has all 3 of the authors on the back. I think they collab on a bunch of series together. So I'm excited to check this one out. So the other 2 I got, I had some like Amazon gift cards for Christmas, and these hardcovers were super cheap and on sale, like cheaper than even the paperback. So I grabbed them. So we have The Golden Hour. So I'm excited to check out this one. This one is World War II, and I think it's set in the Bahamas, I want to say. So I'm intrigued. And then we have Her Last Flight, also by Beatrice Williams. And this one, let's see, is this also? Yeah, this is World War II. And in this one, the story of a lost pilot and a wartime photographer. So I thought that sounded really good as well. So I'm excited to check these out because I just read a recent book from this author that was less historical fiction than I wanted. So I'm hoping these 3 that I got deliver more on the historical fiction because I want to love her books. So those ones. And then a recent book of the month haul. So I got The Favorites by Lane Fargo. I read an early copy of this one. The audio is fantastic. Multicast narration, amazing, top tier. So this one I was very excited for when I heard it was Wuthering Heights inspired. If you're familiar with that classic at all, or if you're not, it is very toxic, angsty, like less romance. It's very gothic and like messy toxicness of these characters. So very much the case with this. This is literary fiction with romantic elements. It is not a romance. So just know that going in. There is a romance that it's centered on, but you're seeing the messy, angsty drama, high stakes in an elite figure skating world. And it's kind of like Wuthering Heights meets Daisy Jones and the Six. So very much like that kind of like scandalous, all these different commentators and people telling stories kind of interspersed throughout the story as you see what has unfolded between this couple over the years. So I really enjoyed it. Gave it 4 stars. Not like a new favorite, but I enjoyed it enough. So I enjoyed this one. Like I said, it was my book of the month choice for January. But just know going in, it's not a romance in the traditional sense at all. And I've seen quite a few people's reviews or thoughts on it, or friends who thought it was going to be a romance, and it's not. It's very messy. It's very angsty, very drama. It's based on Wuthering Heights, like which the characters in here are Heath and Kat. I mean, Kathy and Heathcliff. So just know that going in. Very messy, toxic, angsty drama, but I enjoyed it. So then I had some book of the month credits. So I grabbed 2 by Adrienne Young. So first up is The Unmaking of June Farrow. This one I read in December and loved it to pieces. My new favorite from this author. Fantasy, magical realism, time travel, really, really twisty and good. I loved it so much. And then her newest release, A Sea of Unspoken Things. This one didn't love it quite as much. It just came out in January. It was like a 3 for me. It was okay. This one is more kind of mystery suspense and kind of very, very, very light, maybe fantasy, but very like light on that. Basically, we follow these twins, and the heroine we're following, her twin brother died, but she's still feeling like this pull to figure out what happened to him. So she goes to this place that he was at last. And so it kind of goes from there. So if you liked Spells for Forgetting by this author, then you'll probably enjoy this one because this one's more of that vibe, not really the vibe of The Unmaking of June Farrow, which I loved more. So anyways, more mystery kind of elements. It was okay. All right, so that is my book haul. Like I said, I had 65 books to go through. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Definitely let me know in the comments if there were any in here that you saw that I need to read that I said I hadn't read yet. Let me know. If you're going to pick up any of these books as well, let me know that too. Or if you hauled a book recently, let me know that as well. If you'd rather leave me an emoji in the comments today, let me know that you watched this video. Leave me a balloon, since I'm wearing my super cute Disney Valentine's-y kind of sweatshirt today, and they have all these like really cute Mickey balloons. So leave me a balloon in the comments. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!